Good Thursday evening, everyone. Welcome to Garden State Weather Premium on YouTube and Garden State WX on Twitter. I'm meteorologist Robert Smith. We'll take a look at the national weather here and lots of things going on. Obviously, this is the last Thursday of April 2022. I'll start out with that upper level low that's been spinning around off the coast of Maine here in northwestern Atlantic here. And a couple of vortexes warning their way through. Let's see the upper level jet winds here at 500 millibars blowing in out of the northwest. And we had many gusts today in the 30s and some down trees across the area too that were probably uprooted from being weak in the first place. Now we have high pressure building in across the upper Midwest, but that's coming in over the top of the Great Lakes on this upper level ridge here that we can see. And already on the southern side, we have showers and thunderstorms. And across the upper Midwest here, we already see plenty of new lightning strikes and new thunderstorm activity going on here. Of course, this uplift is already providing for additional shower and thunderstorm activity with lightning strikes here over the northwestern areas here as these vortex and upper level low swing into northwestern United States. Meanwhile, the flow to the south and west of this is basically from west to east combination. Quite a lot of thunderstorm activity here, lightning strikes as well. And the density of lightning strikes here over central and southern Florida. We'll get into Doppler radar in just a moment. For gusty winds out of the northwest today, in fact, most wind gusts exceeded 30 to 35 miles an hour for most of the day. Right now, the winds are still howling at about 20 to 25 miles an hour. They're a little stronger right along the island chains here of the Jersey Shore, naturally with the ocean water temperatures in the mid-50s and the inland temperatures a little warmer than that. And the current wind speeds right now are about 10 to 15 miles an hour, a little gusty right along the coast. Wind gusts this hour also again once again in the 20 to 25 mile an hour range. Some of these areas here around Belmore about 35, 36, and down around Harvey Cedars here on the Ocean Strand south here in Ocean County about 31 miles an hour. Also around Atlantic City Marina and around lower Cape May Township actually as well, gusty. We do have fire weather hazards. And we'll get into the hazards in just a moment. These are what we're looking at here is the relative humidity values right now. They're generally very bone dry. They're less than 15 to 20% in most areas. And the minimums today, again, about 10 to 15, 20%. Maximums today, again, not too high. So as a result of this and the strong northwest winds, there's fire weather hazards in effect, and that continues until tonight and again refreshes itself tomorrow. And there's a lot going on in the watches and warnings department here in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, all the way down through central and southern Pennsylvania into Virginia as well. And right here now, we've got red flag warnings in effect for tonight and until 10 o'clock, and again until tomorrow morning, again until till tomorrow evening, and also a freeze warning in effect from 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Friday. And we'll check out the freeze warning right now. That's impacts again to your vegetation. If winds do not diminish overnight, some areas may not get below freezing, but frost and freeze conditions will kill crops and other vegetation, so you be mindful of that. And the fire weather watch tomorrow, again, for northwest winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour, gust up to 35. Relative humidity values as low as 17%. So this says for the daytime today, but this has been extended into tomorrow. And a red flag warning means that critical fire weather conditions are either occurring now or will shortly due to the combination of these strong winds, low relative humidity, and dry fuels. Any fires that develop may quickly get out of control and become difficult to contain. And that's why the fire weather watch means that critical fire weather conditions are forecast to occur due to the combination of these factors. And that's in effect for most of this area for tomorrow. Red flag warning, fire weather watch for tomorrow as well. Again, this is for the next 26 hours or so. The red flag warning remains in effect until 10 p.m. tomorrow evening for gusty winds, dry conditions in northeastern New Jersey, and there's plenty of fires out in the southwest and the desert southwest, but this is homespun fires from dry fuels and low relative humidity values and very strong gusty northwest winds. Could take a look at the RAP model guidance here out of the Northeast from this afternoon. The latest view here is at 22Z. These are the wind chill or heat index temperatures. So we're starting out this evening where it feels like it's in the 40s to around 50 in the southern regions here with that northwest flow. But overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, it's going to really start picking up. We lose the daytime heating, so we lose the boundary layer a little bit, and we lose that mixing. And that's where those winds could settle down, especially into valleys and low-lying areas in northeastern Pennsylvania, northwestern New Jersey, central and southern New Jersey. You could get some frost or some freeze to kill the vegetation that you've already planted outside on this late April Thursday here, the last Thursday of the month here, as we're almost approaching May. And as we see into Friday morning, just after midnight and into early tomorrow morning, the wind chill values are going to feel like they're in the low to the mid 20s. 30s right along the immediate coast with that mixing, but tomorrow it's still not going to be too good. When you consider and factor in the northwesterly winds, the fire danger, the low relative humidity values, even tomorrow's temperature is getting up to around 60 or so in the city, and northwestern New Jersey still below normal. Normal highs are in the upper 60s to around 70 now, and the wind chill is going to make it feel like it's in the 40s to low and mid 50s. So, as you go through the afternoon, you're really still going to need to bundle up because the real field temperatures versus the actual air temperature under the sunshine is going to make it feel a lot colder here. It's going to make it feel like 58, 61. And if we take a look at the 2-meter temperatures for this time period, now here's where the frost and freeze comes in tomorrow morning, especially over interior sections where there's still no mixing of the winds and the boundary layer begins to relax. That's where the temperatures could fall off enough for some frost and freeze. Especially over interior sections of the Poconos, northwestern New Jersey, and the low-lying valleys here. Then those temperatures warm up nicely by the afternoon hours into the upper 50s to around 60, but it's going to feel cooler than that because of the wind chill. And once again, let's take a look at that wind chill index at the same time here, and it's going to feel a little bit chillier as those winds begin to relax during tomorrow afternoon and evening as this area of low pressure begins to move away and high pressure begins to build in. I suppose the best way to look at this evolving weather pattern or convulsion of a weather pattern change here as we head into the spring months here and into summer is looking at the negative NAO here over Greenland with higher heights here and all of these vortices here, okay, running underneath this block. So, and then we'll get into the EPO and the PNA in just a moment. But this doesn't really look too good to me. We still have a negative NAO, so everything is slowed up here with cutoff lows, okay? South of the Aleutian Islands, off the west coast, central United States, and of course, because of ridging and blocking in the North Atlantic here, these all lift up to the north and east. But notice everything is very slowed down. It's a very amplified pattern across the northern part of the country. And anything that does warm up here, like Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday of next week by the 500 millibar height anomalies here, is going to be subjectively changed as all of these other lows and cut off upper level lows here underneath this block here over the North Atlantic continue to filter in. So, we're just going to be cut off from the flow here. The stratosphere is naturally cooling. Enso is strengthening in a La Nina phase. So that means that heights will build over the southeast and across portions of the central and southern prairies of Canada. But these cutoff lows here off the west coast and south of the Aleutian Islands will continue to bring trouble here. Wildfire problems and height ridges here over the west coast. But notice the east coast, especially the northeastern coast from Maine down through the northern and central mid-Atlantic here, is going to fare below normal. Okay, so 850 millibar temperature anomalies here. This is very chilly air here over the northeast United States, very warm across the desert southwest with all those fires and the drought that's going on. Let's move this forward here and look at all these upper level lows moving into southeastern Canada. And again, coming in from off the Pacific and diving into the west coast, plenty of unsettled weather here on the west coast, the upper plains. There's going to be thunderstorm activity, could even be snow. Yeah, it could, but 850 millibar temperature anomalies start to warm up along the east coast early next week. And that's what everybody's waiting for, but will that last? And according to the latest model guidance, not so fast. Not really. Any sustainable warmth here is not contained in this diagram and forecast going forward. Okay. Second, I think we lost something here. Hold on. Yes, and we're not done with the snow yet. The Northeast is, and all of the East Coast is, but not the Intermountain West. No. And if we zoomed in on a national level here, plenty of snow still to be had over the Rockies, the Intermountain West, Canada, over Maine, okay, where it was snowing earlier today as a result of that upper level low. So, this is a very challenging forecast going forward here because the Intermountain West can see, at the peaks of higher elevations, 10, 12, 14 inches of snow, lower elevations, 8, 2, 3, 4 inches of snow from all these low pressure areas here and the Gulf of Alaska here and the Sound. Lots of snow still coming over the next 10 days. Honing in back to the northeast here on the precipitable water vapor values from the NAM 3 kilometer here, it's bone dry. And really, ocean precipitation here into southern New England, less than a half of an inch, tenth of an inch, even less than that. I mean, it's just crazy the amount of dry air that is in place here. So this is precipitable water values, but notice, I mean, it is bone dry here. And when you get into these shadings here of the brown, that's where things change. But warm air advection is occurring as we head into Sunday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, well to our southwest. This is going to bring rain to the metropolitan area of New Jersey and New York on Monday. But until then, not much is going on. When we look at the total cloud cover, we have none. That low is spinning away off the coast of Maine, and here comes the next batch of moisture in on a northwest flow and a warm front here, but skies through Sunday basically clear for the most part. NAM simulated radar cloud IR satellite imagery shows mostly clear skies across the region. And as that warm front approaches on Saturday afternoon and Saturday night well to our south and west, notice that it dries out under this ridge here where temperatures are like at 5 to 8 degrees Celsius here. So all the cold air cloud tops are back in Michigan. And if we zoomed out to a regional area, which we did, then we'll see it. And let's try to zoom out again. Zoom out into the upper Midwest here. So you can see the shower and thunderstorm complex and evolving here with these cold cloud tops. But as that front runs into, okay, the warm front runs into this, a lot of cumulus clouds out ahead of it. And, you know, this are cold cloud tops here. This with the cold front. That's not going to get here until late Monday, early Tuesday. So, you know, we'll have showers and thunderstorms around here on probably on Monday. But until then, nothing. We'll do the regional temperatures here for the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia I-95 corridor here for Friday. We bump it up from the 50s today into the low and mid 60s tomorrow. That's still below normal for this time of the year. Getting closer to that on Saturday. Getting closer to normal. South Shore and east ends of Long Island. Coastal waters obviously much cooler at this time of the year, which is normal. Inland temperatures on Sunday getting into the upper 60s to around 70. Cooler along the east ends of Long Island, New York City, the Hudson River Valley area, the shorelines of South Shore and east ends of Long Island, all the way down to the coast, actually. And then backdoor cold front, Monday with rain. Temperatures below normal once again in the 60s. And getting back into Tuesday, temperatures rebound into the upper 60s to around 70, which is about normal. And again, for Wednesday. So if you're looking for sustainable warmth thereafter, however, this doesn't really hold true. And the one thing here is that temperatures today were like some 8, 10, 11 degrees, 12 degrees below normal. Tomorrow they're going to be about 4 or 5 degrees below normal. Saturday they're going to be about normal to slightly below normal across the area. Only 1 or 3 degrees above normal on Sunday, and again below normal on Monday with the rainfall and shower and cloud activity, especially with the east wind off the ocean again and a backdoor cold front here. You can see that very nicely here from the Delaware Valley area where temperatures are 3 to 5 degrees above normal and everybody else is below normal. And finally, we start building this in except for the east ends of Long Island, Connecticut shorelines, Long Island, the Jersey coast here. On Tuesday, below normal, a couple of degrees, above normal, a couple of degrees as you head inland. And finally, we start warming up on Wednesday, about 3 to 5 degrees above normal across most of the area, excluding Pennsylvania once again. Don't get used to this. It's a flip-flop world we're in. Again, every day is a CPC change in the 6 to 10 day temperature outlooks here from Wednesday, the 4th of May through the 8th of May. Below normal temperatures here in the upper Midwest, above normal in the south and southeast, especially Florida, the desert southwest, cooler along the west coast. 8 to 14 now from the 6th of May, Mother's birthday, through Thursday the 12th, below normal here in the east, warmer here in the southern plains, the Gulf Coast region, and Florida, below normal here in the Pacific Northwest. Precipitation chances have changed again. It's wetter than average here across the southern mid-Atlantic and interior valleys here from Oklahoma here into the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi. It's quite wet. Yes, it is. And by the 18 to 14 day period from the 6th through the 12th, it's about average here. This is going to change like every day. They change this every day.